Hello, it's me! So, I read a bunch of new stuff recently, and spoiler alert, I liked all of them. So, here's my first impressions of 3 series, and here they are. Which had Atelier? Okay, so if you watched I think it was like the last one I did, I talked about a lot of series that I really wanted to read, and this was on it, so was the next one, and I'm glad I did. I was right to give these a chance. They're really good. So, yeah, we got Witch Hat Atelier first. It is basically about this young girl who is really fascinated by witches and stuff like that, but like in their world, you're born into being a witch. You don't like learn magic or whatever, or so she thought. Basically what happens is she accidentally casts this really big spell and it like freezes her mom or something, so she has to go and become a witch in order to find out how to free her mom from the spell that she accidentally cast. I love this stuff. I think I just really love magic and witches and stuff like that. I eat it up. I love it. A couple things. The art is so pretty. Like, it is so pretty. Like, give me flowing fabric and beautiful foliage any day. I have such a soft spot for how the magic system works in this book. So, anytime magic is, like, written in, like, symbols or anything like that, I love it. I love it so much. It's so cool. And it ends up being, like, a witch boarding school, which is just so... It's like Harry Potter, but like much, much better. There's a rivals. The rival will always end up being my favorite character. I don't know why it works like that, but it just does. And since I read only the first volume so far, there's a lot more for me to learn. I think there's a lot more world building stuff that I need to learn about before I actually get what's actually going on. Because there's a lot. It's cool. It's whimsical. But yeah, there's a lot of mysticism and magical whimsy. There's that guy I like a lot. I think he's really cool. It's this guy. This guy right here. I think he's neat. And I'm really excited to read the next one, which I definitely will because it's just so cool. This and the next one I'm about to talk about are probably like my priority trying to read ones as soon as possible. Which, with that, let's move on. Who is surprised? 'Cause I'm not. Oh, the title's covered by the sticker. This is Delicious in Dungeon. I love it. It's so funny. So, okay. Basically, this is like your generic RPG setting where there's like a big dungeon, all of paladins and the mages and the other ones, thief. There's a dwarf. There's other ones are trying to get to the bottom of the dungeon. It kind of like establishes this whole thing about like, this is off the top of my head, it might be wrong. Like, there's a city underground, and if you find something, it was like a treasure or something like that, you get to own the city. So it starts off with that whole thing, and then it ends up being about cooking monsters. And I absolutely love it. I was also right. He is my favorite character so far. He's wonderful. He's so funny without, like, trying so hard, you know what I mean? But yeah, it ends up just being about kind of cooking, and it's so interesting. Minor spoilers. But the way that they end up dealing with the living armor is actually the most interesting way. I can't even put it together. I did not see it coming. And when like they revealed what living armor actually is, I was like, wow, that's so creative. I love it. I eat it up. I eat it up. I'm so excited to read more of this. I wonder if they're gonna get more party members. If they do, that's just so exciting to me. For now, it's just 4 people looking for monsters to eat in the dungeon because they're so broke they can't afford to buy food. What I really love about it though is a lot of the conflict, rather than like being faced with a horrible big monster that's gonna kill them or something, which, you know, happens. A lot of the conflict comes from the characters themselves. Like, they're dealing with, I don't know, feeling... One of them is really put off by eating monsters, so she really doesn't want to do that. One of the other guys feels like he is underappreciated in his role of being the lockpick or whatever, and he's kind of butting heads with a new member of the party. I love it. I love getting to know these characters. And yeah, as soon as I can, really, I'm going to try to keep reading it because it's just a lot of fun. If you can't tell, I'm rereading it very slowly because I like it. Anyways, I also read Ten Dance, which is about these 2 dudes. One of them is the best one at standard dancing style. I don't know the language that goes with it because I'm not a dancer. And the other one is the best at Latin dancing. And basically there's like this event called 10 Dance where they do both styles, and one of the guys really wants to do it, but he can't do the Latin style of dance. And so he kind of cajoles the other guy into teaching him how to do it, and in return he's going to teach him how to do the standard style of dance so they can both go to this big event. Anyways, this is romance. This is a BL romance. So, this is basically just Tenshin the manga. They're ultimately this mean, but they're both the bottom text. But honestly, I'm having fun with them. I enjoy it so far. I would like to read more though, so I can really get a grasp on how their relationship is going to grow from here. Oh, by the way, this one is for like a much more mature audience. I think on here it says, yeah, 18 plus. Because it's not fluffy. It's not. There's a lot of, they're into each other. But I don't know if they know it. They kind of know it. There's a lot of like teasing. But yeah, I want to read more of this before I like full on recommend it, because it's pretty surface level through this first manga. Oh, see, there they are. It's pretty surface level throughout the first volume. But I look forward to it. That's everything I've read recently. Sorta. But of the three, I think I want to say Witch Atelier is the one I want to read the most, but that's shortly followed by this one. I'll get to more 10 Dance eventually, but these two are kind of the priority. But yeah, that's what I've been reading so far. And that's it for this video. That's it. Goodbye. It's done now. Goodbye forever. No, not forever. I'll be back eventually. Goodbye.